So good afternoon everyone. I am Josie Fuerzas and together with my partner Lynn Kyle Peteros, we're going to report about the delivery modalities, face-to-face and blended learning. So before we start our report, let's have first our objectives. So objectives is to determine the changes in the field of education. Second, to capacitate ourselves to adapt these changes. And third, to understand deeper the different learning modalities. So what is delivery modalities? It is where learning takes place between the teacher and the learners who are geographically remote from each other during instruction. It is also about the sensory channel or pathways through which individuals give, receive, and store information. There are four main LDMs or learning delivery modalities. First is the face-to-face learning, second, blended learning, third, technology-based online learning, and fourth is the distance learning. So the first LDM is the face-to-face learning. So face-to-face learning refers to the learning delivery modality where students and teachers are both physically present in the classroom, and there are opportunities for active engagement, immediate feedback, and the socio-emotional development of the learners. So there are three types of face-to-face learning. First is the modified shifting of classes or MSC. In this type, the shifting of classes, teaching is directly focused on concepts with corresponding activities. Supplemental activities and assessments shall be done brought by the learners when shifted at home. The shifting depends on how many days the competencies could be covered based on the competency code and the number of competencies to be covered in all learning ideas. So example of this type is the modules of elementary pupils in our barangay. So every Monday, the teacher will give the modules to the pupils' parents, then the parents will return it on the next week, which is Monday. So the second type of face-to-face learning is the shifting of classes with the Educ teaching or SCDT. So in this scheme, there would be two teachers in the class per learning area. The number of learners they would handle would be the total number of learners they handled in the normal days. So during the dyadic teaching, learners have to go through the series of individual activities after teaching the learning competencies to be facilitated. It is monitored by two teachers. In this type, students are tested on assigned subject matter before it is presented or discussed in the class. So this also motivates students to complete homework assignments and it forces them to take more responsibility on their own learning. So it increases the motivation and responsibility of students, usually leads to them in being more alert, attentive in the class. In short, this type of learning forces the students to become more active learners. So the last type of face-to-face learning is the core specialized focused teaching or CST. In this approach, only core and specialized subjects shall be taught in school. Applied subjects shall be using the home-based, life skill, and modular approach. So it is about the traditional teacher-centered strategy such as whole group instruction. So example is lecture, discussions, debate, teacher demonstrations, and giving directions. Teachers usually lead and direct students through these activities. So let's have Ms. Peteros to continue the report about the blended learning.